Hello and welcome to Car India magazine. Now today you join us with the debut of a brand new brand in India. But this brand has been already existing in the commercial vehicle segment. Now with this new SUV, they hope to make a mark in the private vehicle segment. The brand BYD might not be known to us in India, but it's been a major player in the electric vehicle space by making a ton of investments in electric vehicle platforms and even battery technology. BYD as a manufacturer has started its roots with mobile industry by making a lot of components for mobiles and even developing battery tech for smartphones. Now that has played a pivotal role in the development of these cars. With us today we have the BYD Atto 3. That is their second vehicle in India. Their first vehicle was the E6, that was an MPV, but that vehicle was only sold for commercial use purposes. Let's get into the design aspects of the Atto 3. Now this is a very traditional and conservative design that we usually don't expect from Chinese manufacturers. Usually Chinese manufacturers have bold and intense design, but this electric SUV has kept a very subtle and tasteful design language to it. BYD call this design language a dragon aesthetic theme, carried all throughout the car. You have this bold logo that really defines the BYD brand, and this BYD brand stands for Build Your Dream, but we'll get to that at the rear end of the car. The first impressions when you look at the front of the BYD is you get a slight muscular stance, and that enhances this crossover slash SUV's look. These LED headlights have a great design to them and they are quite powerful. They came in quite handy when we set off early morning out of Chennai. Now the BYD comes with 18-inch aero wheels that are wrapped in Batman tires. Now that's a tire manufacturer that I've heard for the first time. Now coming to the side of the SUV, it has a very traditional crossover and SUV style, and it has one of the longest wheelbase in the segment. It's around 4.5 meters long. That's way longer than its competitor, but you can't really call the MG ZS EV its competitor because this car is far more bigger than that. And to really make this car look modern, BYD have given it some sleek touches like this ripple effect over here on the D pillar. As I had showed you in the front, the BYD logo, but the BYD logo's full form is at the rear. It's called Build Your Dream. Now BYD really want you to build your dream with this car. You get a couple of EV badges and the Atto 3 badge over here. And this stunning light bar really gives it a modern feel to it. Stepping into the BYD Atto 3, the first thing that comes to your mind is that this interior is quirky and funky. And talking about quirky features, the party trick in the interior for the BYD has to be this rotating display. Now talking about this rotating display, it is a 12.8-inch touchscreen infotainment system that allows you to control all the features of the car. BYD have integrated a couple of apps such as Spotify and a couple of other popular apps. Now BYD have not yet enabled Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but we've spoken to them and they are in the works, and at launch when customers get their cars, they should have both these systems with them. Now the great part of having a display so big is that you can have a lot of controls right here, and that eliminates a need of a physical button. You have the climate controls right here at a swipe of a finger. Even though most of the controls are right here on this touchscreen display, we have to give credit to BYD for sticking with a physical volume knob. That is quite useful while driving your car. One other feature that we really appreciate that takes advantage of this large screen is the 360-degree camera view. That is on par with many other luxury vehicles from segments above. One nice sporty addition to this SUV has to be these seats. They really hold you in place and they mimic a Porsche seat with this one-piece bucket-like feel, and they are quite comfortable and plush. The rear seat of the BYD Atto 3, you get massive amounts of space thanks to its long wheelbase. Additionally, you get USB-A as well as a USB-C, and you get these quirky air vents even at the rear. Even with this ample space, the cabin feels even more airy because of this massive panoramic sunroof. Being an electric car means that the floor is flat, and that's a great advantage for the person sitting right in the middle, as you get enough legroom over here. Now the quirky features don't just stop with the rotating display in the interior. You also get these funky door handles that are integrated with speakers, and these door pockets are lined with strings to give you a guitar-like sound effect, and that mimic a bass guitar. BYD have given us a nifty solution for you not to carry the key fob around. They've given you an NFC card that all you have to do is tap, just like how I did, and it unlocks the car. Now safety is where the BYD really shines. It gets 7 airbags as compared to most manufacturers that give 6 airbags. The 7th airbag is right here in the seat. Additionally to those basic safety features, this Atto 3 gets a global NCAP rating of 5 stars. It also gets ADAS, lane keep assist, forward collision warning, rear collision warning, and all the other safety features that you've come to expect from a luxury car in this segment. The BYD Atto 3 gets a massive 60.48 kilowatt-hour battery pack, and that gives it a claimed ARAI range of 521 kilometers per charge. Now talking about this battery pack, it is a very unique design that BYD have developed. It's called the Blade battery pack. It's made up of a lithium iron phosphate or an LFP type battery pack. These battery packs are specially designed to hold a lot of energy, and these are very energy dense batteries. Also, BYD have developed some unique cooling and heating features inside this battery pack to keep it performing at optimum power. Additionally, one big major plus point for this battery pack, the Blade battery, is that it's a real safe battery, and BYD claim that this will not catch fire. Lastly, this battery pack has been designed so well, it has impressed even the likes of Elon Musk, who have even thought of introducing this Blade battery pack in the Tesla Model 3. Let's get to the performance of this BYD. The electric motor in this produces 204 horsepower and 310 Newton meters of torque. Now this is a heavy car. It's almost 1750 kilos. It does 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 7.3 seconds. The BYD gets 3 driving modes: normal, eco and sport. The difference between them is not that much, but in sport you get a little quicker response on the accelerator. Now unlike most electric cars, you can't really one pedal drive with this, as the regen has only 2 modes and they are not drastic enough, so when you lift from the throttle the car doesn't come to a full halt. But the regen is quite sufficient enough to pump some energy back into the battery. After driving the BYD Atto 3 around the city of Chennai and the outskirts, we made our way to the beach. And it's a perfect spot to end and summarize this car. This car is a well-polished product. It shows the amount of effort BYD have put, and all their know-how that they have learned from the smartphone industry has translated into this product. And you can feel it. It's one of the few cars on the market that has an infotainment screen that is responsive as quick as a mobile. The competition really has to catch up with this. The Atto 3 is a pricey proposition. At 33.9 lakhs, it's quite expensive for a SUV of this size. But you have to look at it. It is the only electric vehicle in India that has a 500 kilometer plus range. But in the real world, you'll expect 480. That is still a lot of range more than its competition. So BYD definitely have a winner, but we'll have to wait to test it for a longer period to really give you the proper details. BYD will definitely sell a ton of these Atto 3s, and only thing that's stopping them is their limited distribution network. Right now they only have 20 dealers assigned, but this Atto 3 will definitely help grow that network, and is it a viable proposition for first-time EV buyers at this price point. Thank you for watching Car India Magazine. Do like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel.